What's up? My name is Hannah, also known as the Libido Fairy, and I have helped over 1,500 women reconnect with their desire, rediscover pleasure, and transform their sex lives. And today, I want to tell you why you need to stop immediately trying to spice up your sex life. And I know that probably sounds like the exact opposite of what you think you should be doing if you are in a long-term relationship and your desire is low, but hear me out. I'm going to take you back to a moment a few years ago. I was lying in bed next to my partner, totally frozen. He was very clearly in the mood and I was not. And I felt that familiar dread creeping in, not because I didn't love him, not because I wasn't attracted to him, but because it felt like sex had become this thing that I was supposed to do, this job that I also wasn't doing well enough. And so I did what a lot of women do in this situation. I Googled, how do I spice things up in bed? And I ended up in a rabbit hole of lingerie, date nights, role play, sexy text messages, and I tried all of it. None of it actually worked. It left me feeling even more like a failure. But why didn't the advice that everyone gives actually work? Because just trying to spice things up is like putting whipped cream on burnt toast. It is surface level, and it ignores the deeper truth underneath of why you're not excited about sex in the first place. So if you've been in that place, you Google the tips, you buy the lingerie, you plan the date nights, and you still feel like your body just isn't responding the way that you want it to, I want you to know this. It's not because you're broken. It's not because you're not sexy. It's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's because you're trying to solve the wrong problem. So I'm going to drop some major truth bomb tips right now about what can actually work for you. And these are things that I've learned from working with low desire women for the past 5 years. Tip number 1, you don't need more variety. You need more presence. When I ask women what their sex life is like, most tell me it's fine, but they just feel disconnected, or they feel like they're kind of going through the motions, or they feel like they're in their head thinking about their to-do list. So they think the answer is to change what they're doing, but usually it's not the activity that needs to change. It's how present they are or are able to be in their own body during it. And presence isn't about performing, it's about sensation. So start asking yourself, even outside of the bedroom, what does it feel like to be in my body right now? Can I notice my breath? Can I feel my skin? If you want more excitement, it starts with being more present in your body. Tip number 2 is you need to stop focusing on your partner and you need to actually learn how to turn yourself on. So I see this all the time. Women who are amazing at taking care of other people, especially their partners. They know what their partner likes, what they need. When I ask them, what do you like? Frozen. They have no idea. So here's what I want you to do. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Put on music that you really like, that relaxes you, and just touch your body. Not to orgasm, not to perform, but to actually explore. What feels good? Where is there a yes? Where do you tense up? What type of touch? Softer, harder, faster, slower? That kind of exploration is what is really going to unlock your ability to express what it is that you want in the bedroom. Tip number 3 is that you don't need a sexy outfit. You need a safe nervous system. I will never forget a client who told me, I put on the lingerie, I lit my candles, my partner was so into it, but the whole time I felt numb. Why? Because her nervous system was not regulated. She'd had a stressful day. She hadn't taken a single moment to land in her body before getting started. She was still in fight or flight mode. No amount of sexy music or lingerie was going to change that. So before you try to be sexy, ask yourself, do I feel calm? Do I feel safe? Am I in my body? Am I relaxed? If not, that is where you start. So I recommend adding in specific somatic tools to support your nervous system, like breathing exercises, movement tools. That's great. And also on the other side, remove things from your life that trigger the shutdown, the anxiety, and the dissociation. The reality is you're never going to want sex if you feel like you are being chased by a lion. Tip number 4 is that you don't need a new technique. You need a new story. Most of the women that I work with are carrying these stories that they don't even realize. Stories like, I take too long, sex is for him, I'm just not a sexual person. These beliefs aren't just thoughts, they're like instructions for your body. If the story that you're holding is based in shame or it's self-critical, your body is going to shut down. So start there. Think about what stories are running the show in your mind about sex. And what would the version of you who is having an amazing sex life believe about herself and about sex? All right, tip number 5, you don't need to spice it up. You need to slow it down. In long-term relationships, the pressure to perform and get it right kills desire. I also see women constantly rushing to get to the finish line or to orgasm, or they're rushing to get back to their to-do list, or they're trying to push themselves to get in the mood faster. Pressure is the enemy of pleasure. The fastest way back to pleasure is totally counterintuitive. It's to slow down. Slow everything way down. Take orgasm off the table and instead focus on what the actual point is, why you're actually there, having fun, connecting, enjoying yourself. When you stop trying to do sex perfectly, you open the door to actually enjoying it. So if you've been stuck in a cycle of low desire and nothing spicy is working, try something different. Try presence, try slowness, try safety, try sensation, try curiosity. And if you want more guidance on how to actually want sex again, I made a video here that breaks down why your desire disappeared and what to do instead. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.